Friday, March 4th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you, and a big-time storm system is going to roll through the region this weekend, and then another one later on next week. This weekend system, though, still looks like a healthy rain-producing system. I'll get into that, plus we'll talk about kind of what the forecast for next week looks to hold as well. Let's start off with a look at the radar across the lower 48. This image taken at 5:14 here on this Friday morning. And most of what you see on the radar is rain until you get to about right there. And then this is snow in parts of Wisconsin and into the portions of Michigan. And as we go through the next couple of days, a lot of rain is going to fall. In advance of that next system, you have a lot of flood products that are in effect from the Mississippi River Basin on up into parts of the Ohio River Basin and the Great Lakes region, especially the eastern Great Lakes. More on the rain in a moment. There's the current temperatures. These are 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time temperatures. And very cold in parts of the Northeast. In fact, you have some teens below zero in parts of Maine especially, a 19 below zero reading currently up in northern Maine, and you've had some of that chilly air drape down the eastern side of the mountains, so you're looking at a lot of upper 20s and low 30s across the Piedmont this morning. At the same time, you have the return flow keeping things very mild this morning in the lower Mississippi Valley in the southern plains. So on the European, there's the first system. This is at 7 a.m. Sunday morning. That system swinging on in. The next system, kind of a similar overall look. That's 7 a.m. on Thursday, and then the European even has another one that will move through around the 13th or so. That one, a bit of a question mark, though. All right, let's go to the upper air chart for today off the GFS. There's the next system beginning to dig back from the Rockies into the Plain States. In response to that, you have some showers breaking out of the Great Lakes and the Mississippi Valley region today and tonight. The system really begins to crank tomorrow. This is 1 p.m. Saturday. And the GFS is much faster than, well, I wouldn't say much, but it is faster than a lot of the other modeling. So I'll show you the GFS first, and then I'll show you a couple of the other models here. So that's 1 p.m. There is 7 p.m. on the GFS Saturday, 1 a.m. Sunday on the GFS, and then 7 a.m. Sunday, and finally 1 p.m. You're looking at the band of rain and storms already exiting the coast on the GFS. A lot of the other modeling is slower. Here is the GFS 7 a.m. Sunday, and then 7 p.m. Sunday. And there's, by the way, on the Canadian, the next system. Pretty impressive looking system. 7 a.m. on Thursday. Now let's go to the European. I think the European is probably more correct than the GFS with the timing of this. So here's 7 p.m. on Saturday. Shower chances beginning to spread on in tomorrow afternoon. But it still looks like the core of the system will be late tomorrow night and then into the day Sunday. This is 7 a.m. Sunday, 1 p.m. Sunday on the European, and then finally 7 p.m. Sunday. So for a lot of the Piedmont, I'm favoring the general timing of the core of the system being later Saturday night and then through the day Sunday. And looks like a good rain producer, the RPM, putting out over 3 inches of rain for Charlotte, by the way. I'm going to stick with my general wording of a 1 to 2 inch type rain event. This is what the HPC is putting out. It has a 3-inch bullseye there, kind of at the intersection of North and South Carolina and Northeast Georgia. Widespread 1.5 to 2 inch type rain from Mississippi, Alabama, North Georgia up into lots of Tennessee, and then the totals even ramp up a little further when you get into Indiana and Ohio. It looks like a big rain event for the northeastern U.S. as well. Again, for our area, when I say our area, I mean the Carolinas primarily. I'm talking a 1 to 2 inch type rain event with some localized higher amounts. So that's a good soaking rain, and we need just that. All right, then we get into Monday, back to sunshine, a lot of sunshine Tuesday, and then the next system swings in on Thursday, and then it still looks to get kind of chilly behind that system as we get into Friday and the following weekend of next week. Okay, that is it for this Friday edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Stay dry, and God bless.